This debris shelter, which can hold up to 12 people, was built by 4 adults and 3 children. We began with this ridge line right here, which has fallen into the midst of 3 trees. Then we started gathering logs and added them to the ridge line. Another ridge line was added from this direction. And in Illinois, of course, there's a lot of leaves and debris. So we were able to close this in within an hour and a half. Strips of bark had fallen off some of these trees. Laying on the ground, we just picked them all up and lean them against the 2 ridge lines. Now if we step inside, hopefully we have enough light, we can see how big this is. The center tree provides some windbreak. You can see we've got quite a few leaves on the ground. Now we actually put all 7 people in this back section, which hopefully the camera will give us some light. I don't have a headlamp with me right now. The wind is picking up, but I don't feel any breeze inside here. And of course, if a person had to hole up here for very long, you could patch some of these holes as well. Once you got enough bodies in here, it would be pretty warm. Now the ridge lines are quite stout, so we don't have any concerns about it eventually falling in due to the weight of the added support. Now, and you can see it's quite spacious. So something this big, you wouldn't build for like 2 people unless you planned a base camp for quite some time here. As you can see, right there in the crotch of these trees is where a lot of our ridge lines and supports cross. So we know that it's quite strong. And it is quite windy out there, and I'm surprised and very pleased how little wind I'm actually feeling inside the shelter. Because of this turn, the wind cannot whistle in. And again, 7 people, 3 of which were small children. One is 2, the other one was 8, the other one was 12, plus 3 adults who had never built one of these before, under my direction and suggestion. They came up with a lot of these good ideas too. The extra windbreak on the, so that it circled this tree. That was my son's idea, and I thought it was quite well thought out. And of course they're quite strong. 2 men, 2 women, and 3 small children to build this structure in an hour and a half. These base logs help keep the leaves and the diagonal logs in place so things don't slide down too far. So that's just an added reinforcement. And you can see, of course, Illinois does have a lot of trees and leaves, so it made building this pretty fast compared to some locations that you might encounter in a survival situation.